What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Branded Dude here. We have a new replay. We are going up against pure Ryzeal here, so 50 card bold. I did do a slight change here. If you guys had seen my recent videos, you would see that in the 50 card bold I am playing Malchamis. I was playing Malchami Forlos as a main deck hand trap, but I decided to take it out because honestly, one, I hardly ever see that card. Two, you can only use it if you do not control any cards on your field, so you know it kind of reduces the chance of me being able to use it. So instead I swapped out the Malchamis for Droll. I think pretty decent hand trap honestly against Ryzeal, against Malice. Sure, Malice you know, they're a lot more focused on banishing their stuff, but obviously, you know, just Droll being able to stop your opponent, mainly your opponent, from adding too many cards from the hand. So yeah, I played Droll now, swapped it out for Droll, and Droll is in the main deck as a hand trap. So we are still playing 50 card bold. So let's see how we do here. My opponent is going first. So we open Albion the Shrouded, Brand Red, Regain, Kit, and Lubellion. Opponent opens Forlos, Ext, Droll and Lockbirds, which he is maining. He's also playing Surfacing Big Jaw, so he has Drake Shock in his deck as well, and he has Ash Blossom as well. Assuming because he has Surfacing Big Jaws, he most probably is playing the Tachyon cards, 7 Tachyon, and yeah, you'll see that he has other Xyz cards in his extra deck, so which will confirm that he is playing the 7 Tachyon. So yeah, we're going up against Ryzeal post Maze, so let's see how he does. So he starts off with Jaws, searches for Shark, and then he's going to special summon Shark because it has a popular effect. Going to Duo Drive, then Duo Drive will search for the field spell, and he's going to search for a Ryzeal plugin. Activate the field spell. Ext here on summon will get it. Search for Node. Summon Node, going to Abyss Dweller, and then here, yeah, so he goes into Abyss Dweller because he does have Ryzeal plugin, so he doesn't need to worry about like having to put enough level 4 bodies on the field. So he goes into Abyss Dweller because, you know, most probably by our name, Branded Dude, he is assuming we are going to be playing Branded, and obviously 50 card bold, so it's good to go for Abyss Dweller. Summon Abyss Dweller, and then he's going to go Ryzeal plugin, summon Node, and then attach Ice from the deck to the Duo Drive. So the Ryzeal field spell has a card to negate. Node effect, this here he attempts to use the effect, but he actually doesn't have any Ryzeal names in his graveyard yet, so he can't use that effect. So instead he overlays, goes into Eclipse Twin with the Abyss and Duo, and then he's going to go Node, send Eclipse, summon Ice, and then Eclipse will trigger to revive Abyss, attaching Duo Drive as material. Then overlays into Detonator, Eclipse, attach Eclipse Twin, my bad. Then he's going to go field spell, shuffle back Ext, and shuffle back plugin, and draw a card. Here he draws into Effect Valor. So this man has, okay, I'm not going to count 4 loss. He basically has 3 hand traps in his hand: Ash, Veiler, and Droll. Absolutely insane. So yeah, he passes his turn and we draw into Gold Sarcophagus. So we have Abyss Dweller to deal with, Detonator, which will pop most probably 5. Yeah, pop 5, or potentially 5 in total. Ryzeal Cross to negate, and he has Ash, Veiler, and Droll. So yeah, we are going up against a hectic board here. Draw phase, opponent goes Abyss Dweller, cool. Go main phase, Gold Sarc, banish Tragedy. Tragedy will search for our Aluba. Here I knew for a fact, I had a feeling that I needed to be worried about Droll. So on the resolution of Tragedy, we get hit with Droll. So unfortunately, we can't use Albion, we can't use Lubellion, no point searching of Aluba. So I decide to set Aluba, set Branded Red, and pass. We set Aluba because Branded Red is there. So if Aluba hits the graveyard, you know, Branded Red has a target. Opponent draws a turn, he draws into Ogre, so he has another hand trap in his hand, but you see he only has Duo Drive as a Ryzeal name in his grave, so with the field spell he cannot draw, and he has no Ryzeal cards in his hand. So he enters battle phase, Abyss Dweller destroys, we take 3000 damage. Moving on, opponent passes his turn, nothing to set, so we knew, okay, he just has more hand traps in his hand. Draw for turn, we draw into Mercuria, so here I decide to go Lubellion first, seeing if we can bait out, you know, maybe Ash Blossom, or, you know, I guess just this fear of playing into another Droll. But to this, opponent goes Detonator, targeting Branded in red, to which we respond by activating target Aluba. And here I decide we're going to banish Aluba and Mercuria, going to Queritus. With Lubellion effect, my opponent does negate with Ryzeal Cross, so we don't search for Abyssio, but on resolution we do go Mercury effect to get a search. Search for Cartesia, So now you may be wondering, okay, why didn't I just add a Luba to my hand and maybe like either fusion summon into something else or not fusion summon, I guess. It's because I had a feeling my opponent most probably had an effect value in the hand. So I was trying to use the Bestial Rebellion to try get a play where we can put Retribution and Brand Fusion in the graveyard. That was the main reason why I was going for that line, but obviously this changed. But we do have kits in our hand, but unfortunately we still need to do it effect value. So let's see how we go about it. So we add Cartesia because we have Albion, which is going to send Albaz. Cool, we draw into Super Poly. Now this changes things. So here I decided, okay, we're not going to special summon Cartesia yet. We're actually just going to go straight up normal summon kit. But before that, I go Quiritus effect just to see if my opponent would respond here. So here in hindsight, honestly, I shouldn't have used Quiritus here. I should have held onto Quiritus. In all honesty, not activated so quickly. But anyways, it is what it is. Opponent goes Detonator, detaching Eclipse, target itself, pop, and then Eclipse here will revive Detonator, attaching the Dio drive, and now it will also attach Aggregator to itself. So yeah, that was not a good play, to be honest. I shouldn't have done that. Should have really held on to it. So moving on, we normal summon Kid's effect. No effect value here, so we do get the search because my opponent, yeah, he has Ash Blossom. So here I decided to add Branded White because I knew for a fact that he had Ash Blossom in his hand. So I decided, okay, if we can't play through Ash, we're gonna find a basically just use our graveyard, which he cannot even use any of his hand traps because yeah, he's not playing Bell. So we add Branded in White and we put back Regain because it's not gonna help us here. We go Branded, sorry, did I say yes sir. We go Branded in White, banishing Albaz and Rebellion, going to Chaos Star Source. Now here I decided, okay, we need to get rid of this Field Spell first of all, honestly, and then Detonator. Yeah, we have Super Poly to kind of deal with it, but we're going to target Detonator and the Field Spell. To this, my opponent change effect value, and to effect value we are going to change Super Poly because we want to get rid of that Field Spell. So we send Cartesia and we fusion summon into Dragos Depelia. Now here Aggregator goes Chainlink 1 targeting Predaplant. I had no reason to go Chainlink 2 Predaplant target Detonator, honestly. I had no reason to do that. I should have just let Predaplant get negated. But that was a mistake there. We enter battle phase, attack Abyss for 2-5. Go to main phase, end phase, my bad. Cartesia add itself to hand, and we pass. Opponent draws return, he finally sees a Ryzeal name in his hand. Sword Ryzeal, special summon sword, sword effect will search for Ice Ryzeal. And now here he's going to normal summon Ice. Ice here will get the search of X. X search for another sword. And then he's going to overlay all three into Detonator. On summon Detonator will attach Eclipse. Attempts to enter battle phase, to which we go Quiritus. Pops Quiritus, totally fine. We go Quiritus. Eclipse Chainlink 1, Quiritus Chainlink 2, but my opponent ashes this, so our board is wide open. Eclipse summon Dio Drive, Eclipse Abyss, and Dio Drive on summon can attach, which gives him enough materials to actually he didn't even need to just put 2 into Dio Drive, but anyways, he uses Dio Drive to search for Ryzeal plugin and X. So yeah, unfortunately our board is open. We have 5,000 life points left, so that he will be able to put enough damage on the field. So yeah, brings out Node, attaches Ice to Dio, Node effect here, summon an Ice from the grave, overlays into number 103 Ragnar 0. Yeah, so listen here, with Dio Drive and Ragnar 0, he has 5,000 damage, just well over 5,000 damage, so that is totally game. So we scoop, and he takes game number 1. So yeah, we lose game number 2, and now in game number 2, we are going to go first. So we know our opponent is main decking Droll in his deck, so we got to be a little bit careful. So in our opening hands, you'll see we have Bestial Rebellion, Thrust, Gold Sock, Fusion Deployment, and Droll. Yeah, because honestly Ryzeal, they do so much searching, to be honest. Sure, Droll may not hit their deck completely depending on what the opening hand is, but you know, honestly they do a lot of searches and we kind of need to stop that. Thrust, this was pretty good to draw because I did side in the 1D barrier. So listen, we will be able to stop our opponents if he activates a monster effect, which is inevitable, honestly. Opponent opens Ash Blossom for our Branded Fusion, Sword Ryzeal, Imperm for our Luba, and Perilia as well as X. So yeah, he has 3 hand traps in his hand. So in draw phase, he does drop the Perilia on us. Moving on, we go Gold Sock, banish Tragedy so we can get a Luba to our hand. And lucky for us, our opponent does not drop draw. We then go Bestial Rebellion, adding Serenia because, you know, may as well get that search. Also, I was also contemplating if Branded Fusion resolves, We're going to use fusion deployment. We're most probably going to save thrust to use its effect to set, and obviously we would rather want to keep droll in our hand, so Serenia will be that discard for Rebellion if we go that line. Fusion deployment, summon Cartesia, and then now here we will normal summon a Luba effect. Opponent draws into Sword Ryzeal off this because of Perilia. Anyways, Aluba searches for Branded Fusion. That's totally cool. We're going to go Branded Fusion because we want to force out that Ash Blossom, because I knew it was in his hand. Anyways, that gets negated. Thrust here now sets the barrier, which is going to shut him off of XC summons. Go Cartesia effect going to Grand Gugno. Grand Gugno effect gets actually doesn't get negated, sorry, sending Titan Clad, and then we enter battle phase. I mean not battle phase, end phase. Titan summon Quem, and Quem here will dump the Albaz so that we have a line for, basically we are able to use Albaz effect, and we will add Cartesia for extra discard. Pulse out turn, opponent draws into draw for his turn. So yeah, draw is a little bit late, but he goes to main phase. Main phase is going to summon X by sending Aggregator, channeling 1X, channeling to Aggregator, negating Grand Gugno, and then Quem will trigger here to reborn Albaz. Now here yeah, honestly this was the best time for me to use Quem here, because there most probably will not be another opportunity. So yeah, the issue is now on resolution of X, which searched for node. We're going to go Albaz, discard Cartesia, but the issue is here now, when we go Albion effect, opponent's board is open, so he can drop the Impim on us, so it is what it is. Totally fine, because you still have D barrier. Special summon sword effect to search, we just chain D barrier, just get it out of the way. So now he's locked out of XC summoning because he's only playing an XC summoning deck. So yeah, he scoops there completely, so we take game number 2. Now we go to game number 3, the ultimate decider. Opening hands, you'll see we open Droplet, opening Kit, Thrust, and Branded in red. Opponent opens Effect Veiler, Sword, Ice, Bonfire, as well as Ghost Ogre. So yeah, opponent's going first. He goes Ice, summon Ice, which will special summon Sword, and Sword here will search for X Ryzeal. Now here my opponent does something weird. I don't know what happened here. He went for Starlich, Photon Blast, Dragon. I was expecting Abyss Dweller, but I guess he went into this because basically what this card does is basically I cannot target his monsters with 2000 or more attack with card effects. Also, they cannot be destroyed by opponent's card effects. So I guess he was trying to go for that target protection and that destruction protection as well. So anyways, yeah, that's what he goes into. Moving on, he special summons X, sending Detonator, and then Detonator searches for Sword. He's then going to summon Sword. Going to Duo Drive equip, but he's going to search for plugin and Ryzeal Cross. Field spells there, node, go plugin, summon Sword, and equip Ice Ryzeal to the Duo Drive. So he has 2 level 4 bodies on the field. Overlaying to Detonator. Detonator here will equip the other copy of the Detonator in the grave. So yeah, I'm not sure why. I don't know why my opponent, he went this line sending Detonator off X so that Duo Drive can get that extra equip, I guess. But I mean, if you have the Ryzeal plugin, you didn't really need that. You may as well just send Eclipse Twin, to be honest, off there. But I mean, decent board. He has Effect Veiler, Ogre, Detonator to pop 3. The Star Leech with basically target protection and card destruction protection as well. The field spell as well. So I mean, yeah, I mean, honestly, this is quite decent. Honestly, sure, you don't have Ash Blossom, but you have Veiler, you have Ogre, and you have Detonator to pop 3. So I think that should be enough. But yeah, I think he should have sent Eclipse there. But anyways, moving on. We draw for turn, and here we draw into Evenly Matched. Good draw for us, honestly, guys. So we go straight to main phase. I decide, yeah, we're not wasting time. We're going straight to battle phase, and we drop the Evenly, to which our opponent chains Detonator, and it's going to target itself. So both Detonators hit the graveyard, banish the Star Leech and the Duo Drive, leave the field spell. So here, yeah, fortunately, no Eclipse Twin there, so yeah, that's not going to help him. And also, Eclipse Twin wouldn't be able to trigger. Actually, wait, would it be able to? Yeah, I don't think he would be able, even if he decided to send Eclipse Twin during his turn, I don't think he would have enough Xyz monsters in the graveyard to even use Eclipse Twin's effect. So yeah, unfortunately for him, but you know, lucky for us, got rid of all those monsters, and now we just need to deal with the field spell. Normal summon Kit gets hit with Effect Veiler, totally fine, so we hit branded opening, hoping that he does not have Ash Blossom. So yeah, we summon a Luba, and also we're hoping here he doesn't have another Effect Veiler or Imperm, but nothing. So we search for Branded Fusion, and now we're going to activate Branded Fusion. Let's go into Albion, and now Albion effect channeling 1. Our opponent will drop the Ogre on Albion, which I decided it's totally fine, let it get destroyed, because I want to have enough materials to pop that field spell, because he only has one card in hand, and we have droplets and we have thrust, so we are Gucci. So yeah, we pop the field spell, and now here we're going to go thrust. Here I set fusion duplication. That brand banishment was just the wrong card being chosen. Set fusion duplication, and now we're going to set droplets as well. In phase I decide to set branded banishments, obviously. Just to let you know, I don't have Lad in game number 3. I decided to take out Lad because I was going second. So yeah, I accidentally set banishment, forgetting that I had taken out Lad from my extra deck, but you know, it still comes up. So opponent draws return, he draws into sword, so that's a good draw, you know, another Ryzeal name. Now here he first starts off with special summon sword effect, to which we're going to negate with droplet, then goes bonfire, searching for ice. So he still has a normal summon, so here I decide, okay, let's stop him from going further. Fusion duplication, we're going to use branded fusion, so we're going to go into Albion, and then Albion effecture will banish itself from the field, and Albaz goes straight into Mirror Jade. I then go Mirror Jade effect, I go banishment, go into Dragos Despia. So here I realized, oh crap, I took out what's its name, Lad. So I decided, okay, it's totally fine, we can still go into Dragos Despia. On the summon I go on resolution of the brand banishment, I go Mirror Jade banishing sword, because I was a bit afraid my opponent might have Typhon in his deck. So I decided, okay cool, let's just get rid of it first immediately, you know, no Ryzeal names on the field before, you know, we get hit with Typhon, because yeah, in case that happens, I decide, you know, the only card we need to deal with will be Ice Ryzeal, because let's say I didn't banish this, he goes into Typhon, sure, I would have to either let Typhon bounce the Mirror Jade, or he could bounce the Dragos Despia, but that would put us in a position where we're forced to use Dragos Despia, I guess. But yeah, that's why we banish Sword Ryzeal, get out of there, so Dragos Despia is free to negate the ice. But yeah, opponent scoops because he has nothing, the ice is going to get negated, becomes level 1, and we're going to have Titan Engrave to summon Quem or Albaz. I guess we're going to summon Quem, and then we're going to have Cartesia. We're going to have the advantage here, and also we have Dragos Despia and Mirror Jade, so we'll be in a good position. So yeah, that was how we managed to win game number 3. Luckily for us, I thought I was going to lose that, unfortunately, because, you know, all those hand traps I just saw, honestly, I don't know how I managed to survive through that. But yeah, that was the gameplay. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please do like, comment, and subscribe. Do remember that I will show you a deck profile, or not a deck profile, the deck list that I played for this duel shortly after this. But yeah, see you in the next one, guys. Cheers.